What is good, y'all? Welcome to Reggie Be Talking. My name is Reggie. You know what I'm about to do. Be talking. Now, oh God, stop. Now, today's topic is a little bit of a possibly controversial. I might make some people mad, but I do it all in good faith. Because the headline for this video, probably the title, is White Boys Need to Get Back in the Garage. Now, what do I mean by that, right? Because that's crazy. I'm going to break it down. So first off, I'm black, as y'all can see, and I love my culture. I love R&B. I love hip hop. I love blues. I love jazz. I love all that shit, right? But growing up, and even to this day, I have appreciation for that alternative rock shit, for action, sports, all that, right? And it feels like, to the white guys out there, y'all have moved away from it. You feel me? Like, understand, especially, I'm going to say it like this. That 1990s to like 2005, that was like peak white boy. You feel me? Like from the ages of like 13 to like 25, y'all was in y'all bags as a group. Like that age group, white boy, because again, I'm talking Nirvana, Green Days, Linkin Park. Like, understand, every Transformer movies in my mind should have a Linkin Park song on it. I don't care, R.I.P. Chester. I know the group has been in a weird place, but it should have a Linkin Park song regardless. Because the first time I ever watched Transformers, I had just gotten to Linkin Park. And then I seen Linkin Park on the Transformers movie. And I was like, oh my God, my favorite band is right there. Waiting. I grew up appreciating y'all culture, right? And it feels like that has changed. And I don't know what it is. Like, okay, I'm gonna go here. The thing that started this whole thought in my head was Gen Z/Gen Alpha speak, which is really just AAVE. But again, y'all, like the little white kids, the little teenage white boys and all that, they use it so much and their parents don't know what it is. So they just slapped a label and say Gen Z, Gen Alpha speak. It's not that, bro. It's ours. We're not upset that you use it. We just upset that y'all trying to turn it into something else and water it down. And so I was like sitting here thinking about it. I'm like, why do they use AAVE so much? And here's the genuine answer that came to my mind. Because it's popular, because it's cool. And a lot of things in black culture have become cool to everybody else. And there ain't nothing wrong with that. Again, I appreciate my culture. Like, I'm from Atlanta, twin all day. Feel me? Sade, all that. I'm from Atlanta. And so if people, are using twin and using all that, we know where it started. We okay with y'all using it. But don't try to say it's not black people stuff. But again, I'm thinking, why? And so like it opened up a thought. Why is black culture so cool? And to me, it's gotta be because the white boys ain't in the garage no more. And like to the ones that are, because I know it's not all of y'all, but y'all are there. At some point, bro, that culture, that early 1990s, early 2005s, fell out of being cool. Because like I said, I listened to a lot of alternative rock bands in that period. But then again, if you watch action sports, I promise you, shredding the gnar, the word radical, like we use radical today and it's a bad thing. But in the early 90s, if somebody was radical, they was one of the dopest motherfuckers in the area. Tony Hawk was fucking radical. You feel me? And y'all had so many like terms and so much slang of y'all own that y'all didn't have to use ours. Y'all like, let's say 15-year-old, you say radical, shredding, all that, your little brother gonna say it too. So now both of y'all are using that slang. That's y'all slang, right? Black people, we had our own. I'm not sure with Hispanic people, but I figure, Mexican people, they had their own as well. Every culture kind of have their own slang. that we don't know about. And like, I understand that, not every action sport was white people's. I understand that because I know people gonna start jumping. Well, surfing is Hawaiian. Absolutely, it is. But white people, they loved it to the point where they made skateboarding because they couldn't when the waves weren't there. They still wanted to ride the wave. So what did they do? They got skateboards. Shit's fucking dope. The alternative. We gonna break it down with the alternative. The punk scene and like being alternative, being against the most of society has always been cool. Struggling against society has been one of the coolest things in like history, right? And skateboarding is a good example of that. Skateboarders used to run from the cops because they would be getting kicked out of spots. And then they would do wild stuff. Again, listen to rock music, which was all it's an exception. Or when, white people got their hands on it, it was looked at as a bad thing. AC/DC, Metallica, all that was anti-establishment, and the white kids in 70s, 80s, 90s, they loved it. I guess the difference in skateboarding was there were like two routes or maybe three, but the two main ones was like the Skateboard Mag and then the Thrasher magazine. And everybody wanted to be with that alternative energy of the Thrasher magazine to the point where you had mainstream media, people who just are casuals in like everything. They just they listen to whoever in like 2012, but they had a Thrasher t-shirt on. And it's like, nigga, you don't even skate. But Thrasher had got that big, that alternative and that like skateboard culture had got so big. It took over the early 2000s. Again, them white boys in the 90s and early 2000s did that. You feel me? Again, peak form. And I appreciate that, bro. The rock music. Like I said, Green Day, Blink-182, Linkin Park, Nirvana, those groups still leave ripples throughout our society to this day, bro. People be wearing Nirvana shirts and they don't know what Nirvana is. But then when they hear Nirvana, they be like, oh, I know this song. Same with Linkin Park. Like, first time, I'm going to tell y'all a little bit about me. First time I ever heard a Linkin Park song, I was looking up Naruto AMVs in like 2007, 2008. And I found a in the end Naruto versus Sasuke AMV. And it changed my whole life. And understand, I bought CDs. I've listened to all their albums, all that. And that's, again, in 1990s, early 2000s, they was in the garage with it, bro. And like, I know that there are some people that's doing it, but I want to see it transcend the bubble that it's in. Like, every music and every culture it resonates throughout its culture. But there are some times, like Kendrick Lamar and Drake, everyone know who they are. You've probably heard their music at some point, whether you like it or not, you've heard some of their music. We need rock groups to do that again. We need athletes, because again, the biggest athletes in the world are basketball, football, baseball players, ball players. I want another Tony Hawk. Understand, they say there's a meme that goes around in the really on the internet that if the race war ever like start, you're gonna have to shed a couple tears when it's time if you got to drop Tony Hawk because we love him that much, right? And like I think when I'm talking about this, I want to say another thing to make this blatantly clear: leave the racism and the sexism, the bully culture, leave all that shit out. Bring back them early 2000s alternative, because even like the prep kids and all that, the golf, that's cool for y'all too. Like the frat boys, don't be overly sexist and all that, but you can be you. But like, leave the racism and all the classism and all that shit out at the door. But I would really love to see y'all return to form. Because like, for me, one of the cool things I see is some guys on YouTube, right? I don't remember their names exactly, because some of their names be a little wild, like not wild in the bad way, just I'm not going to remember this word. But they'll grab Young Nudie, they'll grab whoever, and they'll put a guitar over one of their songs. And it would be the best thing in the world. I swear to God. Like EA, the rock cover of EA sounds crazy. Bodies by Offset. They actually used the original song and they threw it in there. I promise you, before it came out, I said they should have used the original song. Someone did it, made the song so much better. Get back in there. Look, y'all can cover stuff. You know, add y'all culture to ours. Live in y'all culture, bro. Cause I don't know. It's something about it. Like there are too many white boys trying to be rappers and trying to transcend, get big off of that. And then they'll switch over, which I hate that. Like I'm gonna be dead ass. Post Malone, Ian, Lil Dicky. Lil Dicky is the one he was the straw that broke the camel back. Because he was like, oh, I love rap and I love rap and I love rap. Had his moment in 2016. And it was like, oh yeah, I got a show now called Dave. Bitch, you couldn't do this with your comedy. You couldn't do this in any other genre. But you hopped over to, and like it's a whole different conversation to be had there. But to reel it back in, again, Post Malone, I think he made country or something now. MGK, he went on to make rock music, and his rock music sound better than his rap music. You should have been making rock music this whole time. And you see, he hopped in, like, metaphorically, he hopped into the garage and he became a better artist. The rap thing might not work for you. I'm not saying that you white people can't rap. You can't, enjoy rap culture and want to be a rapper. But like, I need some of y'all to want to be rock stars again, bro. Come inspire the youth. Like there are groups like what are their names? Paris, Texas, Kenny Mason, who are influenced by that part, by the early 2000s and 90s, and probably further back, because I enjoy Metallica songs too. They are influenced by that, and they've mixed it. They've added, them together, and there's nothing wrong with that. Because like in a real world, we should be able to enjoy everyone's culture as equals, but always pay respect to the individual cultures for what they are and who they belong to. But yes, bro, that's one thing that I really want to just get off my heart is I really want the white boys to get back in the garage. Because again, y'all was some of the most dope motherfuckers when y'all was in the garage. Like this is not me criticizing y'all. This is me wanting best for y'all, wanting to see y'all back in peak form. Like, I'm not trying to get political, but y'all know how they say make America great again and all that. I ain't gonna lie, bro. That alternative, that scene was some of y'all greatest work. You feel me? Like, make white boys great again. Which, again, leave the racism. Leave all that other bullshit. Classism, those negative mentalities. And get back into y'all peak form. Because I feel like with how the world is progressing, it can get there. And then, another thing that I think that messed it up for y'all was the music industry. Like I said, being alternative, being oppressed and all this, and finding creativity in it, people love that because they can relate to it. And y'all, I still believe that y'all have that too. People can relate to, because you just got to talk about how you feel about the world. You're either middle class, lower middle class, and you're going through stuff, whether it be relationship stuff or whether it be just trying to make something out of yourself in this world and seeing crazy stuff going on. Put somebody on some drums, bass guitar, another guitar, and somebody pick up the mic and go crazy. And people gonna relate, people gonna love it. Because that's really what a lot of people need music for, is to relate to the struggles and see someone find their struggle and make it creative. That's what a lot of people need. But no, the music industry kind of holds y'all, not gonna lie. Because, at a certain period, rock was one of the biggest thing in the world. Hip hop and rap was way down, small culture, and it grew over time. And I believe, I don't know, this is just kind of something I'm theorizing, I'm coming up with. I feel like it's easier to make a single artist, make Ludacris or make Rich Homie Quan, rest his soul, Young Thug, or any of them big by themselves. But when you got a band, it's like 5 of y'all. And so now they gotta make sure that they give enough money for all 5 of y'all to, be comfortable, be happy with, go on tour, quit y'all jobs, versus Rich Homie Crying, rest his soul, because I'm from Atlanta, so I'm just gonna use him. Or his homie, or Gucci and his DJ. That's it. And then again, the media was growing bigger and bigger. Y'all's was somewhat fading. It's not completely faded, but I feel like we need a renaissance of that 90s, bro. And like, maybe I'm nostalgia baiting, but it was like, understand that if you're nostalgic about something, that means that you have fond memories. It was something good that happened. You feel me? But yeah, that has been what I want. I want the white boys to get back in the garage, get creative with skateboarding, all that, bro. Like anything that, like, especially from that 90s era, but then just genuine creativity. Just go grab a piece of paper and draw something. Don't look at nothing else. Just draw something or create something. Make a song, write some lyrics down, whatever. Sculpt something with just your heart in mind. Don't try to relate it to something else or like put a filter of something else over it. Maybe you draw inspiration from other stuff, but ultimately it's yours. And then once y'all reestablish these things, get some slang back together, bro. Because again, where we started with this, the first idea was that Gen Z speak, AAV. Get y'all own slang again, bro. And like, to be real with you, slang is just saying long things or longer things shorter and giving things different meanings and making it cool among y'all group and people in y'all culture to the point where it spread. That's it. Because again, radical does not mean radical, But I'm going to end it here. This has been Reggie B Talking. My name is Reggie, and I've been talking. If y'all enjoy this, if y'all agree or disagree with me, because I don't mind you disagreeing with your boy. I actually welcome it. If anything, let's have a conversation about it. Leave it in the comments. Hit your boy with a like. Subscribe to the channel, because I'm doing this all the time. I'm doing anime. Because Reggie be talking. I don't think I've ever said this. It's whatever is on my mind today. Like the last video, or one of the last videos, was AI, because I was just tired of seeing AI. One before that was blurred culture. Or after that, whatever. I don't know when these videos dropping like that. But blurred culture. Some's going to be about cool anime episodes I watch. Stuff in cars. All that. Because this is Reggie be talking. And I'm Reggie. And I'm going to talk about whatever I feel like talking about. I'm signing out. Peace.